Hello everyone. My name is Jackie Hutchison. Welcome to Yoga in the Museum of Art. Let's start today from sitting. You'll need a mat if you have one, as we'll be on the floor. If you don't have a mat, I would just recommend a carpeted floor rather than a hardwood floor. Might be a little easier on your knees. But let's start just finding some stillness. So maybe sitting in a comfortable cross-legged position. Just take a moment to arrive with your palms on your thighs or your knees. Allow your eyes to close. And just acknowledge this might be the first moment today that you have had to just come home to your physical body. So give yourself the gift of just being here now. Gently scan the body from toes to head or head to toes. Noticing the familiar places where your body holds tension. Maybe it's the left shoulder. You might soften there. Maybe it's releasing and unlocking tension through your belly. But also be open to new areas that might be ready to let go today. Just doing that inner scan. With gentle awareness on the breath. Feel the rise and fall of each inhale and exhale. Know that this is enough. This moment is enough, and you are enough. All you have to do here is breathe. As you soften the jaw, gently open your eyes, and we'll transition to some movement. So if you're sitting sort of crisscross applesauce on the floor, just go ahead and shift your weight back and switch the other shin to be in front, or the other ankle to be in front. With hands on top of your knees, as you inhale, allow the chest to rise up. Maybe the chin to lift, looking up toward the sky. And as you exhale, shift the weight back into your sit bones, scoop the belly, hollow the belly, chin toward the chest, look down toward the navel. Inhale, pull on the knees to help lift the sternum toward the sky. As you exhale, feel your shoulder blades go wide on your back as you round forward, chin to chest. Oh, nice. 2 more times. Inhaling, feel the shoulder blades move together toward the spine and down the back. exhale, shoulder blades wide. Nice. We got one more. Inhale, lift the chest up, shoulder blades down. And then go ahead and come back to a neutral sitting position. From here, let's switch one more time so the other shin is in front. So shift the weight back, other shin in front. Sitting up nice and tall with the spine, arms by the hips. Let's inhale, sweep the arms overhead, palms face each other, look up to the palms, and as you exhale, right hand on the outside of the left knee, left hand behind the left hip. We're twisting to the left. So shoulders are away from the ears. Nice, the shoulders are also level. Just a nice easy twist to the left. And then letting go of that twist, returning to the center. As you inhale, reach both arms up again, overhead, palms face each other, really lifting up. Exhale, left hand goes to the outside of the right knee, right hand, right fingertips behind the right hip. We twist to the right. Shoulders are soft and relaxed. Relax that left shoulder. Nice. And then inhale, come back to the front. Beautiful. Okay, let's do a seated hip stretch here. So whichever shin is in front, we're going to again put our hands on our knees. We're sitting crisscross applesauce. Inhale, lift the chest up. And as you exhale, hinge over your hips as if your nose was going to touch the wall in front of you. If you can, you might, maybe your head comes forward enough that you can stack fists and you can rest your forehead on your stacked fists in front of you. Or maybe you're just coming forward enough that you're just enjoying the stretch through your back and your hips. Shoulders away from the ears. Take some nice deep breaths. You might gently sway left to right so that you're gently shifting over, rotating toward the left knee, and then rotating just a little bit toward the right knee. Just finding the sweet spot. What's the stretch that feels best to you today? And then coming back to center, fingertips, tented fingers on the ground, lift the belly, inhale, come back up to seated. We're going to switch so the opposite shin is in front. Again, hands on the knees, sitting crisscross applesauce. Inhale, lift the chest. Nice. Exhale, hinging over the hips as if your sternum was going to come forward to the wall in front of you. Maybe your forehead rests on the mat. Maybe you stack fists and you rest your forehead there. Doesn't matter how far you get. See if you can relax your shoulders, come back to your breath. We're checking in. How's the back feel? How are your hips today? And then let's start this little bit of sort of rotational sway. So our chest moving over toward the left knee a little bit, back through center, over to the right, and we'll do each side one more time. Just a little bit of rotation to the left. And then back over to the right. Remembering if you find a sweet spot, you could just pause there and hold that and breathe. With tented fingers in front of the knees, lift the belly, inhale, come on up. Nice. And then let's come onto our hands and knees. So rather than come in, this is a familiar position for us, for cat-cow, but we're going to instead start to stretch into our hips and our hamstrings. So from hands and knees, toes curled under, step the right foot inside the right hand. And then from here, We're going to shift the hips back over the left heel, straighten the right knee. So we are picking up the right toes, we're stretching through the back of the right hamstring. So now, let's go ahead and shift forward. So the left leg stays right where it is. And we're just going to shift our weight from over our left heel to forward. Put the right foot flat and come into a low lunge. Sink the pelvis. Really sink through the pelvis. The stretch comes into the front of the left hip. And then shift the hips back. Maybe stretch that right heel out in front of you just a little bit. Pick the toes up there. So now we're stretching the right hamstring, and then shift forward again into that lunge. So right foot is flat. We're into low lunge. We're stretching the front of the left hip. Nice. Lifting the sternum here. Pelvis is low. Take a few breaths. The neck is in neutral here. Maybe you have up on tented fingers, hands on either side of that right foot. One more time, shift the hips back toward the left heel. We're going to straighten that right knee. Chest, right knee doesn't have to be all the way straight, but with a long spine, as if we could hinge over that right hip. So we're stretching into the right hamstring. Nice. And then bring that right foot back. So now we're in tabletop, both toes, right and left, curled under. Leave the right foot where it is. We're going to step the left foot inside the left hand. And then rock back onto that left heel. Shift the hips back toward the right heel. And we're straightening that left knee. And then we're going to come forward. So starting just with a little bit of movement here. So the left foot is flat. We're shifting the hips forward and dropping the pelvis. Stretch comes into the front of the right hip. And then let's shift back. So straightening the left knee, shift the hips back toward the right heel, maybe chin toward the left shin, and then shifting forward. Left knee is over the left ankle in a low lunge, stretches in the front of the right hip, and then shift back. So shifting the hips back, straightening the left knee. Okay, this time we're going to hold it a little bit longer. So let's come forward into our lunge. Maybe fingertips on either side of that left foot. Lift the sternum forward. The pelvis is low. You want to feel the stretch in the front of this right hip. If you're not feeling the stretch there, maybe you move that left foot forward just a little bit, or the right knee back. And now let's go ahead and transition into the left hamstring stretch. So shifting the weight back over the right heel a little bit. We're going to straighten, hinge over the ball of the heel of the left foot. We're straightening the left knee and stretching the left hamstring here. Hands are on the ground for support. Just nice and easy. Breathing in, breathing out. Again, nice big breaths. All right. And let's go ahead and come back to our tabletop position. Shoulders over wrists, hips over knees. Toes are curled under. Press into the palms, lift the belly, hover the knees. Just lifting the knees an inch off the ground. We're still gazing at a place between the thumbs here on the mat. And then bending the knees, place the gaze between the big toes, shift the hips over the heels. So now you're in a little bit of a crouch position. Elbows are straight, biceps alongside the ears, and now go ahead and extend through the knees, releasing the heels to the mat. We're just building a nice, easy down dog. You might pedal one heel back and then the other. Take a few deep breaths, remembering you can always gently lower the knees and find child's pose if this is difficult to hold for you. Nice deep breaths. Gaze again is between the big toes on the mat. Nice. Let's go ahead and find some stillness in our down dog. We're going to shift forward. Maybe walk your feet wide here. So first, let's take our feet wide, even mat width apart if you are if you're on a mat. And just notice how that down dog feels with your feet wide. Nice. And on an inhale, go ahead and come forward to plank, top of a push-up. You might bring your feet a little bit narrower if that's difficult for you. So just holding plank here. Elbows are strong and straight, but not hyperextended through the knees. And then we're going to lower all the way to the mat. Release the toes long. The neck is in neutral, but don't bear weight through the chin. Arms are alongside the body. Thumbs face down, pinky up. On an inhale, peel the chest up as you lift the feet, the knees, and the thighs up off the mat. So we're doing some strengthening for the back body here. Pick the pinkies up as well so that the palms float up. So we're sort of on our lower belly here, resting in that space. Nice easy breath in. As you exhale, melt the chest, the thighs, the feet, the hands back to the mat. Just check in with your lower back. This time we're going to do it again, only interlace the hands behind the hips, so behind your bum, interlace your hands. Roll your shoulders back and down, and on an inhale, lift the palms up off the bum, peel your chest up, lift the feet, maybe even the knees up, nice and full here. If this is too much of a stretch or too much work, you're welcome to come back to the first option that we did. One more breath in. As you exhale, release the chest, let go of the bind with the hands, allow the feet and the thighs to rest on the mat. Stack the palms under the forehead here and just rest your forehead for a second. So neck is in neutral, just pause here. And then let's come into Sphinx Pose. So up on your forearms, elbows are alongside the body, palms face down. Press into the elbows to lift the chest. We're going to reach back with the left hand, take hold of the top of the left foot. So we're doing a left quad stretch. We're going to bend that left knee, catch hold of the top of the foot with the left hand and pull the left heel toward the bum. As you do that, keep pressing into the right elbow. Keep lifting through the sternum. If that's too much on your back, then I want you to spin your right palm to face down and rest your forehead on the back of your right hand here. Keep pulling that left heel toward your bum, and then inhale, and as you exhale, release that left foot. Come back to Sphinx. No matter which version you were doing with your upper body, come back to Sphinx Pose. So forearms are parallel, palms face down. We're pressing into the elbows, lifting the sternum up. Tops of feet press down into the mat. Nice. From here, reach back. We're going to bend the right knee, catch hold of the top of the right foot with the right hand. Keep pressing into the left elbow. Lift through the sternum as you pull the right heel toward your right bum. Breathe in, breathe out. Same. If this is too much on your lower back, then Spin your left palm to face down and rest your forehead on the back of the left hand. Continue to pull your right heel toward your bum. Keep breathing. Nice. Keep lifting through the sternum if you're lifting through the sternum. Nice. One more breath in. And as you exhale, release that right foot. And let's go ahead, press palms under shoulders. We're going to come back to child's pose. So press into the palms, come through tabletop, knees wide, big toes touch. Release the torso between the thighs, release the forehead to the mat. Arms extend overhead. Just breathe here. Let go of any tension through the lower back. Nice. All right, so from here, we're going to go ahead, fingertips, tented fingers under shoulders, press yourself up to sitting. And then we're going to go ahead and feet forward. We're going to sit on our bum and rock back onto our back. So laying on your back, knees are bent, feet flat. We're preparing for some bridges. So walk your heels toward your bum. Toes if you look down toward your right foot and your left foot, you shouldn't be able to see your toes, so they're not turned out. Feet are in neutral. We take arms are alongside the body with the palms face down. We take an inhale here, having a sense of length through the spine. As you exhale, press through the feet and lift the pelvis up toward the sky. Shoulders are relaxed away from the ears. The throat is relaxed. See if you can have a sense of the thighs staying parallel and the knees moving over the toes here. Nice big full breaths. Again, relax through the jaw. One more breath in, and as you exhale, gently, slowly releasing the torso down, sort of rolling down the spine. When the pelvis finally rests, relax the glutes. From here, this position, press your lower back into the mat. So like if someone had their hand under your lower back and you were going to press and mash their hand. So really tilt the pelvis and press your lower back down and then let go of that effort. Okay, another round of bridge. Arms alongside the body, palms face down. Inhale, length through the spine. As you exhale, pressing through the feet, lifting the pelvis up. This time, if you'd like, you could walk your shoulder blades under, interlace the hands under the pelvis. So this helps to open the upper chest. Same rules apply. You want to think about your thighs remaining parallel and knees moving over your toes. Breathe in. Breathe out. Jaw is soft, the throat soft. To come out of this, we're going to let go of the bind under the pelvis. Allow your shoulder blades to go wide. Feel the space between your shoulder blades, touch the mat, and then roll down the spine. Feel your middle back touch. Tuck the tailbone under strongly. Press the lower back down. Feel that part touch next. And then finally, relax, release the tailbone, the pelvis to the mat. Relax your glutes. Nice. We're going to do one more version of bridge. So arms are alongside the body. This time, thumbs face up, pinkies face down. So palms are facing toward your thighs. On an inhale, we're going to pace the lift of the pelvis with lifting the arms overhead. So as we inhale and lift the pelvis. We're going to sweep the arms up overhead. And when the pelvis reaches its highest point, our thumbs are going to touch the floor above our head. As we exhale, the pelvis starts to gently return toward the mat. And when the pelvis is coming to its final rest on the mat is right when our pinkies are touching the mat alongside our hips. Inhale, sweep the arms overhead as you lift the pelvis. We're syncing this movement. Nice. As you exhale, arms return to the sides. Can you get the pelvis to touch just as the pinkies touch? As you inhale again, sweeping the arms overhead, lifting the pelvis up. Good. Exhale, a slow, smooth, continuous motion. Just working the mind a little bit differently. Pelvis rests just as the pinkies touch. Good. 2 more on your own. Inhale, lifts the pelvis, sweeps the arms up overhead. We're soft through the jaw here. As you're exhaling, slow, smooth arc of motion as we release the pelvis down. Nice. We're going to do, maybe you've done your last one, or you could do a bonus. One more time. Lifting on the inhale, releasing on the exhale. Nice. Bridges are so great. Okay, from here, when your pelvis is rested, so this last one, really pressing the lower back down, when the lower back is pressing into the mat, we finally release the pelvis to the mat and relax the glutes. Release the arms alongside the body, extend through the knees. Just pause here for a moment. Check in with your back, just with how you're feeling. Nice. You might again bring a gentle smile to your face. Okay, so I'm going to give you a couple options for this last movement. The first is just to rock and roll, which is bringing the knees to the chest. We're starting a movement, a rock from the back of the head all the way to the tailbone. So it's a front to back. So knees come to the chest as you rock, and then you come up to seated. So we're rocking the length of the spine, rolling, rocking, and rolling. If this feels pretty comfortable to you, you might sweep the arms under your thighs rather than over your shins. And as you come back and so now you're like you're on your back and you've got hands under your thighs, and you might extend through your knees. So almost like we were coming into plow pose, which is to say, just giving you permission to deepen this a little bit. If it's difficult for you, or you don't have a lot of pad under your back, or I don't know, just doesn't feel like the right movement for you today, no worries. You could even just lay on your back, draw your knees toward your chest, and rock left to right. That's also an okay thing to do. Okay. So whichever version of rock and roll you were doing, let's go ahead and come on back. We'll rock ourselves up to seated. And again, I'd invite you to find a comfortable position. Remembering you could always put something under your pelvis to help just lift your hips. Maybe you take advantage of having a wall behind you for a little support. See how efficiently you can come back to the present moment. Invite your eyes to close. Drop your awareness back to your breath. Soft jaw, heavy elbows, relaxed belly, our task here is not to become better breathers. We're here to practice using our breath as an anchor, a tool to bring our mind to stillness. So it doesn't matter how deep your inhales and exhales are. We're just going to let them be where they are and remain curious. Maybe noticing the nuance, the quality of the turnaround points. The top of an inhale where the breath falls into an exhale. The bottom of the exhale where the breath will rise into an inhale. Remembering that if the mind should wander, we simply bring it back to this task of tracing the sensations of the breath. We'll do this for one more minute. Soft jaw. And now gently begin to deepen the breath, taking fuller inhales and exhales. You might gently open your eyes, coming back to the room. Nice. Thank you for making time for yoga today. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day, and I look forward to seeing you next time. Enjoy.